In the last few weeks, we have made it our business to travel around the country and know how the Kenyan people feel about this government and the projects that it's doing. And I can report that we are extremely disappointed. Our taxes are being pilfered, embezzled in a way that we've never seen before. Ni wizi bila kazi. And it's a great disappointment to every person of every generation in Kenya for the kind of theft and thuggery that we are seeing in government. Nothing is happening without plunder and theft. And unfortunately, we have the President of the Republic of Kenya leading the way by being the most corrupt individual in our government. Now, fellow Kenyans, it's a time for us to ask ourselves, what are we waiting for? Are we going to sit back and watch as individuals take away our country and bring our economy to the rubble and to total collapse? Right now, the president is in China to borrow another loan of 40 billion Kenya shillings. I would like to ask the people of Kenya, ni nyinyi mumemupa ruhusa ya kukopa 40 billion? Na kama ni nyinyi mumempa ruhusa, are you aware that the 40 billion that is coming here for corruption and theft? Right now in Kenya today, we have a debt of over 7 trillion which cannot be accounted for. Money that has been stolen. We have a Public Finance Management Act that does not comply with the Constitution, that purports to amend the Constitution. Tuko na sheria ambayo inakubalia serikali yetu kufungua account za serikali nje ya nchi bila ruhusa ya bunge. Just recently, an account was opened at a bank in America called JP Morgan, and $2 billion was put in that account. And out of that $2 billion, $1 billion was transferred to another account. This account was opened in the name of Kenya Sovereign Wealth Fund. Signature came from the CS of Treasury. And they opened another account in Qatar, and $1 billion was stolen. $1 billion is 130 billion Kenya shillings. Right now, we are being told that the best way to build our country is through public-private partnership, where the president is purporting to lease our airport, a national pride, a strategic asset to the nation, the gateway to our country. This is something that affects national security, and our president is willing to give our airport to corrupt Indians to run it. For 30 years, he should have even given the lease to the end of his term, but he's willing to give our airport for 30 years. This thing called public-private partnership is used to do money laundering in our country. The president is saying he is very proud of the expressway, but the expressway is a crime scene. The expressway ni pesa yetu ambayo iliibiwa kutoka SGR, kampuni ikaenda ikaregistrwa na Wakenya kule China, ikakuja Kenya ikajenga expressway wakaanza kulipisha to launder money that was stolen through corruption. We've been to Nyandarua, where there is the Captain Ndunyunjeru Road, which is...
Welcome back to Mora TV, your number one source of entertainment and information about governance and leadership in Africa. So in today's video, as you have clearly heard, is that MORARA KEBASO has decided to bash Ruto. This is while Ruto is in China and is there negotiating for some loans. But MORARA KEBASO has hinted out something very strongly about wastage and how money is being stolen. In the fuller version of this clip, you will notice that he said that in the recent day, a bank account was opened by the Treasury CS, one in Qatar and another one with New York, and they were asking why does the government have to open accounts in foreign countries, and that was 13 billion. That's almost, it was around 1.3 billion US dollars. That's about 130 Kenyan shillings. Imagine 130 billion Kenyan shillings being put in a foreign account. I think this money was supposed to be channeled back to the country, but all of a sudden, as things are happening, it seems that there is no clear way or clear information about what really happened. But according to the exposed by Mr. MORARA KEBASO, it is clearly that something indeed happened and the government doesn't want to come clear about it. This is the second or the third time he has talked about what's happening in the treasury, and he has directly mentioned the president of Kenya. He also went ahead to accuse the government of neglecting the cry of the people about the Adani deal at the airport. In the recent days, we have seen Adani company being even rejected in the Malta country and even in Australia. That was 2017. It's clearly that they are saying that this is about a corrupt deal, and even the Kenyan senator from Kisii had confirmed this.
Makamu wa Rais, nitamalizia hapo. Wacha sasa niseme mawili. Just the way my brother and my friend Eugene Wamalwa has said, Your Excellency, how can we sell our airports? What is it? How can we take 14 airstrips and give them to an Indian company? Nobody knows the agreement and what has been signed. We have 5,000 employees with the Kenya Airports Authority, and nobody knows where these people are going to go. It's not okay. Tell the president, we have no issue with him. We only have a problem with his policies. Our country needs to be taken care of. We are not taking care of our country. Jambo la pili, Your Excellency, Honorable Gachagua, 2 students, one parent called me, said I have 2 twins. One twin registered exactly the same subject, exactly the same university, exactly the same parents, exactly the same economic condition. One went to band 5, one remained in band 1. Tell me how you solve that. So there is something wrong with this policy, and we are asking the government to change that policy and make sure that poor people are taken care of in our republic. Your Excellency, me, I respect you, I love you. I used to go to...
Basically, a lot is still being exposed about this matter of education, and as Morara continues to hit at the government and directly criticizing them on matter of spending and all about the finances of the country which are being misused right there and as in front of the face of Kenyans, we could see that indeed there is a very big problem in the country so far so good, and it's not yet been solved by the people in power. The people in power need to react and come up with better solution, as this senator is suggesting. Imagine an airport and 14 airstrips have been given to this Adani company, which is one of the... In fact, an airport is our gateway to the country, and it's one of issues that even affects national security, and it's given to a corrupt company. So this is one of the issues which is really troubling Kenyans a lot at the moment.